Hello, everyone, and welcome to the work. Caroline is my guest today, and I'm so glad you've tuned in. She is, she didn't use the word hysterical, but out of control, fearful with her boyfriend. They've had an argument. She wants to leave, and he is taking away her keys. And she is very in touch with, he's limiting her freedom. She hyperventilates. An argument ensues. Okay, dears, that's the background. So all together, open your mind, take a deep breath, and let's do the work with Caroline. Okay, so Caroline, you have a Judge and Neighbor worksheet?
Yes, I have.
So for those of you that are new to the work, a Judge and Neighbor worksheet, there are 6 questions on it. So we find a situation that caused us, let's say, a depression or anger, and we identify what we were thinking and believing in that situation as we fill in that worksheet. There are 6 questions on the worksheet. So, Carolyn, what did you write for number 1? Who or what upsets you and why? Read what you wrote.
I am upset with him because he took away my keys and is limiting my freedom.
Okay. So, what is the situation where he took away your keys and he's limiting your freedom?
So we had a fight and I told him I'm leaving, whereas I just wanted to go out and cool off. But he said, yeah, if you're leaving, you're not coming back. So he took the keys away from me.
Okay. And that was your transportation to get away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So be there now. He took away your keys. Is it true? Were those your keys? Just consider, he took away your keys. Did the keys belong to both of you? He took away your keys. Is it true? So just those of you new to the work, we meditate in the question in that situation. He took away my keys. Is it true?
No.
What did you see?
So in fact, it's his keys because it's his apartment. But but I had like one pair of keys, so I'm staying there. So I have to get back in and back out.
Okay. So those keys, what I love about self-inquiry is no one can answer the question but you. So he took away my keys. Is it true? No, actually, those were his keys. But he gave them to me. They were in my hand. He took away my keys. Can I absolutely know that it's true? He took away my keys. So what are you discovering? A yes or no? I found a no. My mind is still open. What have you found? Those of you new to the work, there's no right or wrong answer. There's only the one that you discover as being what's true for you as you contemplate the question, he took away my keys. Is it true?
No, he took away his keys. Okay.
Yeah, so just feel the now. And notice, be there now, notice how you react. What happens when you think that God, he took away my keys? Notice, what do you say? What do you do? How does that affect you physically, emotionally, when you think that God, he took away my keys?
I panic. I panic and I feel trapped. I feel trapped and like a victim, like I'm in this whole victim mindset that I'm trapped, I can't get away. Or if I can't go, and if I, maybe he won't, it's just full of fear. Maybe he won't let me back in, or, it's just, I'm just in panic.
Okay, so be there now. He took away your keys. Notice the images of the future where he won't let you back in. And notice how you react toward him when you think that thought he took away my keys, and that and the ego's offering up that future where he won't let you in. Maybe he won't let you back in. Notice it emotionally, how it feels when you think that thought, and notice how you treat him, what you say, what you do when you're in fear like that in that situation. What do you say to him? Anything hurtful? The expression on your face when you look at him, when you speak to him, notice how you react when you think the thought, he took away my keys. And the ego has you in that future where might not let you back in.
Yeah, I'm very defensive. Like I start crying a lot, and I can't really listen to him anymore, or all I think about is he he's limiting my freedom. Like, I can't believe this is happening, and I feel like I'm putting him into the position of like he's the perpetrator. So
yeah,
I feel like I can't even talk to him rationally. So I just cry, and I just cry, and I just can't stop crying. I don't even want to talk to him. Like, there's like this barrier. It's like, if he's taking away my keys, he's not my friend. I'm not going to talk to him even.
So you treat him as an enemy, as though he's someone hurting you.
Yes.
Okay, so be there now in that situation, anchored there. He took away your keys. Turned around. He didn't. He didn't take away my keys. He took away his keys.
He didn't take away my keys.
Hmm. And then there's another turnaround. Those of you new to the work, we find opposites, and it doesn't mean they're true. We're just trying them on. Sometimes they fit, sometimes not. He took away my keys. I took away his keys. Okay. Now, sweetheart, I see another turnaround. Would you like to hear it? He took away my keys. I took away my keys. The ones he gave me, I took them away from me.
Yes, it's just as true. Yeah, I took them away from me.
Things you were saying, being so upset.
Yeah.
Out of control. Where my mind goes, if someone really cares about you, they take away the keys when you're in that state of mind as a kind of protection.
Yes.
Anyway,
Makes sense. So I took away my keys. Yeah, he even said that, like, he even explained himself, and he says, in this condition, he doesn't trust me anymore.
I was worried about you. Be there now in that situation, out of control. He's limiting your freedom. Is it true?
No, it's not true.
No, you can walk out that door anytime. Without the keys, you're free to walk.
Yes.
He's limiting my freedom. Turned around, I am limiting my freedom.
I am limiting my freedom. I believe in that moment that I'm helpless, but the door's open.
And he takes the keys. You might go back and ask him, in that situation, were you trying to support me when you took the keys? Were you afraid for me? I wouldn't know how to phrase it, but you might ask him, what was that like for you?
I think I was more afraid that it's like he doesn't want me to come back. If I leave, it means that if he takes away my keys,
like you were pushing just too far.
I feel like I have become the enemy for him, even though in my eyes he was my enemy. So I felt it's like unfair.
Blaming him for your emotions. Just noticing in that situation, what did you want when he was taking your keys and you were imagining he was limiting your freedom? What did you want from him? What did you want him to think, say, feel, or do? What did you write for number 2?
I want him to be more empathic and care about me, and maybe try calming me down instead of putting oil in the fire.
You want him to care about you. Be there now. Is it true? You want him to care about you.
Yes, it's true.
And notice how you react when you think the thought, I want him to care about me. You're out of control. Look at you from his eyes. Notice, witness how you react through his eyes when you think the thought, I want him to care about me. How would he know? Get in touch with your words, what you were saying, and you're out of control. You want him to care about you. Is it true? Notice how on fire your ego is. It's like, yes, it's true. And by every action, how would he know?
Yeah, it's I, I think in that moment he can't. He's overwhelmed with me, and I'm overwhelmed with myself. So I think he also notices that I put him in the position of the perpetrator. So he's also on self-defense, right? Like he wants,
Like he's not the one doing this to you?
yeah.
Which is true.
Yes. Yeah, it's true.
I want him to care about me. So be there now, close your eyes, look at him trying to deal with you. Look at his eyes, look at him trying to deal with you. And live the turnaround. I want me to care about him. Look how frightened he is. There's nothing he can say or do to calm you down. So calm down. Look at him. I want me to care about him. To get in touch with it, what he's going through. Trying to deal with me. Listen to his words. What was he saying?
He's hurt. He feels like he actually feels like I don't care about him because he didn't want me to leave, because I wanted to leave because I felt disrespected. So he felt disrespected because I left without caring about him.
I want him to care about me. How could he? Even though he did. Trying to protect you from yourself. I want me to care about him. So be there now. Calm down, hear his words. Listen. Listen to his words. Respectful of who he's trying to deal with. You out of control. What are his words?
He's saying that I can't trust you anymore, Caroline. He
So
says here.
take that in. He can't trust you. He can't trust you to come back. or can't trust you for reasons that only the two of you could know. He's saying, I can't trust you. You're out of control. You want him to try to calm you down. That's what you wrote. I want him to try to calm me down. Okay.
Yes.
Be there now. Is it true? Notice, do you override what he says? Override what he does? Are you listening? Are you aware? You want him to try to calm you down, turned around. He is trying to calm me down. So be there now. Get present. Listen.
He's trying to calm me down.
You notice any evidence of that as you listen?
Well, I don't think it was his intention to calm me down.
Maybe it wasn't. Never know what you're going to see when you look back.
I think he would have wanted me to calm down and show care towards him. I think ultimately that's what he wanted. It's just that he was so much on the fence that he would have never asked for it. It's like, I feel like it's when I look back, I feel like I see two children and like we are waiting for each other to do the step first. You know, it's like I'm waiting for him to kind of care first, and he's waiting for me to care first, so we can kind of like and make each other feel safe again.
Yeah. Okay. So I want him to try to calm me down, turned around. I want me to try to calm him down. So be there now. Listen to his words. Don't argue. Just listen. He's saying, give me the keys.
Yeah, he's saying, give me the keys. I want to sleep now. I have to get to work in the morning.
I want me to calm him down. So hand him the keys. You're free to go. You're free to stay. You're free to go. I want me to calm him down.
I want me to calm him down. Yeah, I want me to calm him down. I want
give him the keys. He can go to bed and get the rest he needs to go to work in the morning. And then you're free to leave or stay.
he offered me to stay, but he said I didn't deserve it because I'm crying so much, and it makes him feel hurt that I'm crying.
Mm-hmm. That tells me he cares about you. And it scares him when you get like that.
Yeah, it does scare him.
You want him not to fuel the fire. So he's asking for the keys. Turn it around. I want me not to fuel the fire. Those are his keys. Just get very present now. Give him the keys. And notice, you leave or you stay. I want him not to fuel the fire. Turn around. I want me not to fuel the fire.
I want me not to fuel the fire. And it's true, because whatever he says, it's I don't really listen. I just, in my head, I just turn it around into I'm not worthy to be loved.
If he really loved me, he'd give me the keys. If he really loved me, he would beg me to stay. If he really loved me, he would not take care of himself and get rest so he can work tomorrow. If he really loved
Yes.
My head's going, he must really love you a lot. And at the same time, be very wise. You can't calm you down, and neither can he in that state of mind. So I love these turnarounds. I want me to calm me down. That's not his job. So just live that turnaround. Hear his words. And give you now what you couldn't give you then. Just be there now, calm down. Hand him the keys. And you're free to leave or stay. That's a big deal. He's not evicting you.
Yeah, I feel like I escalated the situation by panicking so much, by believing that he doesn't love me. I'm like, I really escalated things, and it like in turn to like this complicated mess of
Yeah. It's like if he really loved me, he would.
Yeah. If I really loved me, I would probably just stay calm.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I loved him, I would have the capacity to listen.
Yeah, because some of the things he says make sense to you. Some of the things may not make sense.
Yeah, it's we're just both in an irrational state, right? It's like it doesn't make sense from both of us. It's just like a fight. Who's gonna show love first, right?
Yeah, the ego loves that kind of passionate relationship. If he really loved me, he would, But the ego sees sanity, and we just walk away from those guys.
Mm.
Yeah, the ego really wants take something beautiful and then just attack it.
That's interesting. So you think the ego says,
if I'm in a room and there's nothing in the room but a light bulb, my ego would say, oh, it's too bright, or oh, there's no light switch. I want it to go off. It's the only thing in the room. My ego would just do war with a light bulb, with anything. You fall down and you're walking, you fall down, and you blame the curb, you blame the sidewalk, you blame your eyes. The ego's job is to attack.
So
it's war. It's at war with what is beautiful.
But you said something interesting. Yes, you said if there would be like a sane guy, you would like think the ego think that's boring, or
yeah, the ego wants nothing to do with a sane guy. Where's all the romance in that? Where's all the passion in that? Where's all the excitement of that? He's just dull. He goes to work. He takes care of his health. He wants to get his hours in to be good at the job. He pays the rent. What kind of ego wants to live with that guy? That's why this work is so powerful. And I love to say this because it's so true for me. It's like there's nothing more exciting than peace. No chaos is as exciting as peace. And the ego sees peace as an enemy. just ego doesn't rest. So we meet it with understanding, and that's a beautiful thing. It's the absence of war.
I just feel like I'm so used to the war that I'm kind of afraid of like what I would be without it.
Yeah. It's the unknown. And we think happiness is laughing and high-spirited, and it can look that way. But it's also, think of your boyfriend. It can also be like that. Keeping his job, loving you, getting his rest, not trying to control you. If you have to leave in that state of mind, leave the keys.
I think I was just afraid to actually leave with that state of mind, because I would have felt even more uncertain going out like that and just being there on my own in the city. And I was more afraid to go out than to stay. So if I had the keys, I felt like, oh, at least I can come back if it's too much. So, but like if I can't get back, if I don't have the keys, then I'm just lost in this condition on my own.
Yeah, and your ego says, if he really loved me, he would stop me.
Yes.
If he really loved me, he'd give me the keys so I could come back when it gets too scary. If he really loved me, he wouldn't limit my freedom, but he wasn't limiting your freedom.
No, I was.
Yeah. And he was taking care of his freedom, his safe home that he loves to share with you.
Yeah.
Let's look at 3. And I say loves to share it with you because no matter how far out you got in that situation, he's still there for you.
Yeah. In the end, actually, I had I panicked and I hyperventilated, and he actually did try to calm me down in the end.
Mhm.
Just still took away his keys, but
It what?
he still took away his keys, but at least he managed to calm me down.
Mhm. Mhm. And would you want your keys in in the hands of someone like you that needs someone outside to calm her down?
Mm.
Let's look at 3. In that situation, what advice would you offer this guy?
He should, yeah, basically, he should care about me and tells me he loves me and he's sorry.
Okay, so is it true that in that state you were in, he should care about you? In that state you were in, hyperventilating, tell you he loves you when you're demanding the keys. And is it true that in that situation he should tell you he's sorry when you are that out of control? And in that state of mind,
I think for him it's just authentic because he's hurt, so he wants to protect himself just the way I do, right? But in his own way. So
and notice how you treat him when you think the situation he should care about me. Tell me he loves me. Tell me he's sorry in that situation where you're
I
out of.
treat him as if something's wrong with him, like somebody like that I'm scared of. Like I treat him as like the
A perpetrator.
perpetrator, yeah. But I'm so hung up on my belief that I'm the victim of the situation that I don't really care about him anymore.
It's really scary to an ego. We lose control over another human being. Ego is it's who am I? Who am I? Now I'm going to go out into the streets in the city and no keys. He could shut the door. And you're standing there inside the apartment, out of control. Like, who am I? Who am I? So let's resolve this. So close your eyes, be there now, and look at him just as he is. What do you see? You're completely out of control, hyperventilating. What do you see when you look at him?
I actually do see someone who cares and who's afraid. But like he's like, yeah, same, like he's afraid when he cares at the same time, and he does I think he's just an overwhelmed person. But he does love me and he does care.
Okay, sweetie, let's turn it around. Be there now. Live this turnaround in your mind's eye. Okay, close your eyes. I should care about me. So calm down, care about you. I should tell me I love me. So give you what you wanted him to give you and mean it. Look how hard you're trying. Look how controlled you are. And I should tell me I'm sorry.
I should tell me I'm sorry. And I should tell me I love me.
Yeah.
And I think I should also say it to him.
Yeah. First, take care of you. Care about you, calm you down, give you what you wanted him to give you, calm down. Tell me you're sorry. Tell you you're sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We can't stop what we're thinking and believing, but to hurt yourself like that is you owe you amends. And this is a part of that. Okay, so let's live the turnarounds again. Close your eyes. I should tell him I love him and that I'm sorry.
I should tell him that I love him and that I'm sorry.
So do that now. Now that you're calmed down, live that turnaround. Tell him you love him and that you're sorry. That those are his keys. And you see clearly he's not limiting your freedom in that situation, and that you care about him.
Yeah, I think I already realized that I think I was already guilty for making the mistake, like, or to like believing my thoughts and like reacting the way I did, that I felt so guilty. I felt like there was no way back, you know.
What I love about these living turnarounds is they show us now that we're able to do now what we couldn't do then. So the next time, should there be a next time, you know how. I mean, before that, when you're in it, it's not even a possibility. It doesn't even occur. And if it occurs to you, you don't know how. Well, you do now. All of you, when you're doing this work where you find living turnarounds, he should care about me in that situation. I should care about me. Take care of yourself first. And if you really care about you, the next one, you've really given you that, then the next one, I should care about him. Now you have a reference for what care is. Self-care. If you can live it with you, you can live it with the rest of us. But the ego is fully into winning and losing at all costs, tends to the death. To the death, at least, of a relationship. Well, I won. I'm without a partner. I don't have any keys in my life. But I won, the ego exclaims. Then the ego is, how can I have both? You know, just keep the keys and go, and I can come back. And I think it's scary. Let's look at 4. In that situation, what do you need him to think, say, feel, or do? What do you need to be happy in that situation?
I need him to empathize and understand me.
Is that true in that situation?
No, it's not true.
And notice how you react when you believe the thought, I need him to empathize and understand me. And he's asking for the keys. Look at the images of the future. You're out in the city and you don't know if he'll let you back in, and you're really scared, and all your clothes are in his apartment. And now you're lost. And now he won't answer his phone. And that was all going on. We're looking at the cause of why we hyperventilate.
Mm.
I need him to emphasize, to understand me. How do you treat him when you think that thought and he wants the keys back? And those images of future are going on in your head.
I treat him like, like he's a stranger just out to hurt me, and I actually treat him as someone who, like, I would be afraid to meet outside on the street.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. And so that's going to convince him to give you the keys. It's crazy.
Yeah, it feels like if he notices just how fearful I am, he will eventually make him empathize. And the strategy did work, but it had a high price.
So to be happy, I need me to empathize with him. So close your eyes, be there now, hear his words, look at his face, look at his fear. Look what he's got on his hands. To be happy, I need me to empathize with him. So live that turnaround now. Just drop your story and empathize with him. Drop your story, meaning drop the ego. See who he's dealing with through his eyes and empathize with you and him. Look at her, she's caught in the dream. Under the spell of the ego. And innocent. Out of control. To be happy, I need him to understand me. To be happy, I need to understand me. Number one, you're frightened. Number two, you're frightened.
Yeah, we're both frightened. We're both frightened.
Let's look at 5. What were your thoughts about him in that situation?
He is selfish, arrogant, and fearful.
Okay, in that situation, I am.
In that situation, I am selfish, arrogant, and fearful.
Look at
Yeah. I want things to go my way.
Says the ego. In that situation, what is the opposite of selfish? in that situation, he is generous.
Yeah, caring, maybe. Caring, generous.
So where is he generous in that situation?
Well, he's generous, yeah, with his attention. Like his attention is completely on me. And, yeah. And I think he does try to find a solution. Like he does talk to me, and I do feel that there is an openness. I feel like he is willing to consider his actions, and I'm just not opening up to it. So he's generous because he gives me attention and opportunities to make things right.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Amazing. What's the opposite of arrogant? Humble? In that
Yeah.
situation, he's humble. Try it on. See if it fits. And if so, what is it? He is humble.
He is humble in a way that, like, he's not trying to hide his fear. Like, I think he's been communicating that he's hurt and frustrated with the situation, and that he feels disrespected. So he's been honest about the way he feels, and he's been like kind of exposing his fear and opening up about his
Oh, I find
feelings.
that very masculine and courageous.
Yes.
Fearful, the opposite is courageous. In that situation, he was courageous. Try that one on.
He's courageous because he's exposing himself to me also, whereas I'm like out of control, and he knows exactly that I'm putting him into this position that he's courageous because he doesn't walk away. Like, he stays with me, and he's keep on trying to talk to me.
Wow. Mm. You have so much to share with him. Are you still talking? You have so much to share with him. You know, could sound something like, in that situation where I wanted to leave and you took the keys from me. I was hyperventilating. I was out of control. And you were so fearless and compassionate and generous. You didn't run, you didn't hide, you didn't give up on me. And then you could add whatever's true for you, like, I love you, or I care deeply for you, or I respect you beyond what I was in touch with at the time.
Yeah, it's strange because in some ways my mind just doesn't want to put him in this position where he's just this good guy, really trying his best. Like in my mind really wants him to be this person in that moment when I'm like,
Yeah, he's arrogant, selfish, and
mm,
for some of us, just to let a little light in, it's like, yes, he's selfish, arrogant, and fearful, but he's also generous. And this work shows us specifically where and how, undeniably.
mm,
And where he did empathize, and where specifically he was caring. I mean, there's undeniable sitting in the situation through these questions, but it doesn't mean that sometimes he's not arrogant, not selfish. But for me, I look to myself. Where was I selfish? Specifically, where was I arrogant and fearful toward him and myself? And then to admit those things and conversation, and then make them right where you can as a way of life. Even if that person never speaks to us again, we admit it, make it right if they give us opportunity. And if not, we make it right with others in the world, because it's the most wonderful life is a life of amends, living amends. And then when it's all done, we find that it remains as a way of life. It's not amends. It's just like, duh, it's a happy life. Yeah. No need for selfishness. We can just an honest yes or no. Clean. Let's look at 6. Yeah, that selfish, arrogant, and fearful, to go back for a moment. It's like to share with him specifically where you were selfish and arrogant and just to admit it and watch the ego scream. And also not expect the other person to listen or care.
it's just so strange to see that what I'm telling myself that I always want, like I want to be happy and I want peace, and in the same time I'm choosing not to have it.
Yeah, the ego is just fighting for existence, and it's fighting for identity, and I love that you know how to honor the ego by just going, yes, 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 yes. Now, is it true that he was selfish in that situation? Is it true to be happy you needed him to empathize? Is it true? And if he had, would that have made you happy? And then get still, and you may hear where he was empathizing. So there's a whole world that opens up to us that the ego did not want us to see or experience. Ego fighting for its life. That life of I am right, and he is wrong, and he is hurting me, and after all I've done for him.
Yeah, it's like I feel like I can't let him have this, right? I can't be the one, kind of like I feel like I would be the weak one, like submissing to something that I...
Weak and vulnerable and pathetic and used and taken advantage of, and all the time you're free to leave. So, sweetie, read number 6.
I don't ever want my freedom to be limited again.
I'm willing.
I'm willing for my freedom to be limited again.
Yeah, because as we can see, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. I look forward to.
I look forward for my freedom being limited again.
Yeah. You know, if someone locked you in a room and left you there forever, you'd never be there. You'd be in the past, in the future, and you'd miss the glorious sanctuary of what every mindful person is looking for, and that's presence. But it's beautiful. We don't have to be locked in a room, even though some of us have locked ourselves in the room of mind. And that's not our fault. It's attachment. We're believing, we're believers. And we say and do very hurtful things as believers. In other words, trance, the trance of life as opposed to life, this life on earth that is flawlessly beautiful and giving and caring. And those of you new to the work, don't believe me when I say things like that. Test it for yourself. And that's what inquiry is all about. Sweetheart, thank you for being our teacher today. You are incredibly courageous, and your authenticity and your innocence are so moving.
Thank you for guiding me through this.
Yeah. Suri, honey, your takeaway from Carolyn's work today.
I thought that Carolyn was so brave, and I'm just amazed how she could look from the other side so quickly.
It's incredible, this looking to oneself, the courage that it takes. It's like taking off all of your clothes and standing in front of the world for judgment, and it can be terrifying to be so open with ourselves as we are with others. He said that, and he did that, and she did that, and she did that. But looking to myself, take our breath away.
Mm-hmm. And I have a question about, I was doing the work with a past experience as well, but it wasn't really something that emotionally triggers me anymore. When I was a child, I suppose looking back, I was acting like this crazy person who's crying and having tantrums, and my parents once locked me.
You suppose you were, or were you?
I was screaming, and I was inconsolable.
The difference, I suppose I was. No, I was. Okay.
I was.
Now we're catching up with Carolyn.
Yeah. And I wasn't sure if I should do the work on that past experience, because I don't really think about it that much, but it is a thought that I remember, and I don't really remember too much of my childhood. Yeah. But going through the work today, and I was doing my own work on that state, and how my parents probably were scared of me, like this child who wouldn't stop making, noise. And what should they do? They didn't hit me. They put me away, and I wouldn't stop. And I'm just amazed that I can see now how they tried to protect me from myself, and I didn't know any better. I was just a child.
Yeah, so innocent. So just learning the world and how much power you've got, and the ego just, yay, and these parents that just don't know what to do. don't know how to help you, and your ego just new life, new life, new life. So, for me, it would be a worksheet on your parents, if there's one inside of you. But I find the more we do this work in the beginning, the more the ego offers things up, trying to grab a place in us. So it just continues to allow things to surface that are unfinished business. And that's what that number 6 is on the worksheet. I'm willing that these things, this unfinished business, come to me. I look forward to it. And that's the point of Earth School and the way I perceive it in this world. We're here to take care of unfinished business. We're here I always love bringing this one to you all. If you died today and woke up in heaven, where everything is beautiful and perfect, it's flawless. And that's why we call it heaven. It's heaven. No pain, no sorrow. So you wake up in heaven, and the problem is everything you believed on earth, you believed in heaven. So where would you be? And in my world, it is heaven. Heaven for me, by definition, a perfect world here for me and everyone. And I don't think I've ever done a worksheet in our time together with all of you in our work together that couldn't have been my worksheet. So it's not as though the ego's going to give up, but it can wake up to itself. And then that is the end of duality, where there's good and bad. Bad ceases to be a state of mind because you're awake and you're not fooling yourself. It really is so. Not for the rest of the world, but for you. So the goal of the work, self-inquiry, is not to even hold that in front of yourself, but to find and understand for yourself what is true and what is false for you, and how you react when you believe the thought, and the havoc that you bring to this world, and how that is like your own death of joy. And joy doesn't die. It's just the ego overrides it. What is beautiful can never die by nature. So inquiry is just to open your minds, understanding you could be right, but we're here to test it. Just as our teacher, Caroline, so courageously showed us. Thank you, Suri.
Thank you.
By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time at homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.